Texas. I am a licensed Christian counselor. I am a life coach, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But here's a picture of me, and we're going to be talking about dreams into destiny. And thank you so much to the WIN conferences for having me. So we'll just jump right on in, talking a little bit about me and myself. So, entrepreneur, a CEO of TB Consulting, which is a HR consulting firm and counseling firm that works with a plethora of different HR consultants throughout the South region. We offer staffing and support and many different functions. Then I'm part of the Women Information Network, a thought leader and self-improvement show host there. I'm a board member for 500 companies. We have an advisory board, HR consultant for Third Bridge Consulting as well. A lot of HR, human resources. I'm all about the people management and 25 years experience with career management and talent acquisition, as well as 15 years management leadership experience in corporate organizations. I have an MBA in HR management, Masters of Leadership Management. I'm a licensed Christian counselor, co-author of a book called You
Hi,
Got This.
Tina.
Hello. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I know you have already started this session, so sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
So, so before you start your presentation, I would like to give a brief introduction about yours to the audience. Okay.
Okay.
So yes. So,
Let me
ladies
kind
and
of.
gentlemen, please join in extending a warm welcome to Tina Nelms, a distinguished African American woman, founder and entrepreneur of TB Consulting. With over 25 years of HR consulting leadership expertise, Tina has seamlessly merged her professional acumen with a deep commitment to meeting individuals at the intersection of their professional, emotional, and spiritual needs. So, armed with an MBA in HR management and an MA in seminary or Christian leadership, Tina's approach is both strategic and compassionate. As a licensed Christian counselor, she goes beyond traditional consulting, offering mentorships, career coaching, relationship counseling, and spiritual guidance to make a positive impact on individuals' lives. Tina Rams is a beacon of inspiration, embodying the belief that holistic development is the key to meaningful transformation. Without further ado, let's embrace the wisdom that Tina is about to share with us and welcome her on the stage with a round of applause. So, yes, Tina, now you can start the presentation. Now it will record the session.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the warm welcome. I apologize for any mistakes, but definitely welcome has been felt from the WIN conferences, and thank you for this opportunity. We're going to be talking about dreams, turning your dreams, as we have been since little girls and little boys, into destiny. How do we get there? How do we fulfill that? How do we make that happen in our lives? And so, as she's kind of shared a little bit of my background, I'll kind of jump in a little bit and just say I'm a CEO of a TV consulting firm, HR firm. I'm part of the Women Information Network in the U.S. and a show host for them called Treasures and Blessings is the name of the show. I'm a board member of several companies, 25 years experience. You just mentioned that. I'm also a licensed Christian counselor, but I'm also a co-author of You Got This Audible book. You can find it on Kindle and Amazon. And I'm a singer-songwriter, musician, and national gospel recording artist. And I'll get a chance to share a little bit of my music with you tonight, hopefully. Yes, so I'll go ahead and jump right into turning your dreams into to destiny. Of course, with anything, you need a roadmap. I'm here to share with you during this brief period of time, whatever you start out to do in life, you need a roadmap. And getting from your dreaming at night, thinking about it, wondering how am I going to get there, you need to start with some steps and have a strategy, have a plan. So we're going to talk a little bit tonight from your views. How do you start thinking about it? How do you get your belief systems and your mindset, confidence in a place where, hey, I know I can do this. I know I can get to the finish line. And how do you get over procrastination and preparation and making sure that you have all the right tools in place, making sure that you've executed everything that you need to do so that you're prepared for every step on the journey. And then be wary of distractions, making sure that you are aware of them, but also that you're prepared for them proactively. What do you do to prepare yourself for those? And then last but not least, making sure you got a strategy and got your mindset in place to be focused from beginning to end to make sure that you are fulfilling exactly what you need to get to the end of that line and get to your destiny. Because at the end of the day, we all want to know what is our purpose, but we've got to figure out how to get there. A lot of times we have pieces of it, but how do we strategize it and put it together? So here's our roadmap. So it starts a lot of times with our thoughts, and thoughts come from many different things, and we'll talk about that. But a lot of times it's who said it would be hard, or what do they know, or people may think of you of a certain way. They might not think that they like you, or what's hard for them may be easy for you. You got to work through all those thoughts in your mind, and you've got to wonder, am I equipped for the job? Can I do the job? And after all, we are all created differently. We see things differently. So allow thoughts to come in your mind, but not to overwhelm you so that it stops you along the way of getting to your destiny. After all, you've been dreaming about things for a long time. Don't let yourself, your mind, your thought process keep you from getting there. Think it, jot it down, give value and credit to it, but then move on from it. And that's when we start to think about views. And so, what does your view look like when you're looking out your horizon, or out your window from wherever that may be? What does that look like? What does your view of your dream or your destiny look like? Our view often comes from past experiences, but this experience may not be like the last. So you got to remember, just because I had a poor experience before doesn't mean that I won't have a good one this time. And then you also got to know that, we have positive thoughts, but we can have negative ones too. But try to keep a positive perspective in knowing that it can be done. You got to start at the beginning knowing, hey, I can get there. But as you're looking through your views and everything that cultivates that, you got to know what's influencing your view. Is it the people around you? Is it your experiences in your culture, your environment? Is it your family? Is it your lack of knowledge, or the knowledge that you do have and possess that makes you feel like, hey, I can do this? And then knowing what's challenging you. Is it the thoughts of others, the thoughts that other people put in your mind about yourself that we really take to heart? Or is it something else that's misleading us, or something that we think that we can do poorly, but not as well as someone else? But we actually probably are just being ourselves authentically. That's all we're asked to be in this world, is to be authentically you. And that's really your destiny. And then knowing who has impacted your view. Is it someone that you were mentored by? Is it an educator? Is it a career management leader, or an HR consultant, or a firm that you've worked with, or a program that you've completed? What has impacted how you see things? How do you see it? Sorry. And so, what is your mindset? That goes along with our views. A set of principles that typically predicts one's behaviors, feelings, and or mental state of being. So let's talk about that. Think about it. What is your mind set on? Is it set on positive things? Is it set on that I can do this? I can do all things. I'm a spiritual coach as well. I can do all things through Christ, or through your Allah, or your higher being. Are you thinking positively that you can get there? You've got to start thinking positive from the beginning, not once you halfway get there, but start thinking early on. So let's talk about some of those mindsets. More in depth than just personality traits or preferences, but described as one's convictions. A lot of times, what we set our mind to do, it becomes our passion, or something that we know, hey, I know I can do this. I feel confident that I can get there. I can accomplish this goal, whatever that dream in your life may be. It should represent you and what you desire to become. I mean, think about it. Whatever you're dreaming or going after, it should represent you, and your mind and your thoughts about it should represent how you show up, how you come in the room, how you represent yourself. And then mindsets are also self-developed, but influenced by individual experiences, as we just talked about, and also shared views of others. Because of course, we are encompassed with people and interact with people all day long. So that influences us, but we've got to keep that in perspective as well. So mind, as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, mind can be creative, optimistic, focused, glass half full, positive thinking, open-minded. But we want to have a set of that. And sometimes that other set that bothers us or keeps us from doing a lot of things may be that we may not be creative. We may be uninspired. And instead of being optimistic, I may be pessimistic. Instead of focused, I may be distracted and can't stay on the path that I need to set out to reach my goal. I may think the glass is half empty. I kind of came up in life thinking that the glass is half empty instead of half full. As I came more into adulthood, I realized, okay, I've got to start thinking differently if I really want to accomplish my goals. Positive thinking versus negative thinking. Don't allow yourself to stay in a negative place too long. It stifles your creativity. It stops you from moving forward. That's what you do not want. And you've got to stay open-minded, not closed-minded. So yes, you can have a set of mind, to do something, but let's keep it on that mind part of that focus of being positive, creative, focused, positive thinking, and open minded. There's a balance that we need. You need a little bit of both because you don't want to go just into something or into a dream without being knowledgeable. And we're going to talk about preparation. So you do need to be a little bit pessimistic of, hey, is this going to work? And do I have the tools to get it done? But not stay there too long. Be open-minded enough to get past that. So that's what we're talking about, a mindset. Those are the things you want to keep in mind. That yes, we need a balance, but let's move on from that. So with your journal or paper or however you're talking, we just kind of talked about a lot of this, but I just want you to keep this as an exercise that you do as you're trying to move from dreams to destiny. Do an exercise. Am I open-minded about my dream or am I closed-minded about it? Do I think positively that I can get there from the beginning, or am I slowly getting there, trying to overcome my negative thought process? Do I see the glass half full or is it half empty? Is it optimistic or pessimistic? What are my thoughts when I think about my dream? Is it creativity or is it uninspiring? I feel like, oh no, I don't have the confidence. I lack the confidence to get it done. So do those exercises, evaluate all of these concepts so that you have a better idea of not so much whether you're introvert or extrovert, because a lot of these do describe those different characteristics, but more how to approach preparing your mind so that you can reach your destiny. That's what this mindset is about. Now, factors that can impact the mindset are critical, and we're going to talk about all of these. Confidence, beliefs, procrastination, preparation, distractions, all of these things can get in our way. We've got to be prepared to overcome them. So let's dive into that. Confidence, of course, all of us want to know, how do we see ourselves? How do you show up? How do you trust your own judgment? Do you believe that you can do it? Do you believe that you can get there? Do you believe that you are able to conquer whatever it is that you're trying to approach? And be mindful how others see you, but don't overthink it. I told you we're going to come back to that. Don't get overwhelmed about the feelings of others. A lot of times we're more judgmental of ourselves than others, but when someone else says something, we kind of linger there for a while and question ourselves. Don't be so critical and judgmental of yourself. As it says, trust yourself. And then know that confidence is silent, but insecurities are loud. Confidence walks in the room and can be silent. It can be seen when you just walk in and people can tell, oh yeah, she feels like she definitely knows what she's doing. But insecurities speaks very loud. Everybody can see it. Everybody feels it. It's how you show your expressions. It's how you respond to things. It's your communication about that dream that you're going after. So you got to keep your communication and all of that in check, that, hey, I'm going to be confident and positive that I can get there. So learn to love and trust yourself, all parts of you. This is a discovery piece as well, because it teaches us that we are what we think. We are how we see ourselves. So yes, and spiritually, you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of the Creator for all creations. That's everything that was created in this world was made in the image that He created and chose to make it. So you're no less. You can do it. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. So be the best you can be. Now, on confidence, later on, you can take this outline and you can think of things that make you feel confident. What makes me feel confident that when I'm getting ready to go out before someone, or when I'm getting ready to do something like this, that I'm in a good place, that I know I can be confident. In order to improve something, you must be willing to acknowledge the facts about them. Am I confident, or do I lack confidence in that space? Now, internal beliefs, what you believe about yourself, a lot of times comes from, or confidence comes from your beliefs. Believe you can, and you are halfway there. That's what Theodore Roosevelt said. Internal beliefs are what you believe about yourself, but it's kind of the statements, I can contribute, I can acknowledge or have knowledge, I'm productive and effective in certain areas. But also, you've got to know what areas you're not productive in. You got to see yourself for where you really are in order to get yourself to the finish line. So if I know that I'm not good in some areas, do a SWOT analysis of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. I know we do a lot of these things in the business world, but it's really appropriate to our personal lives, like when you're doing your vision board. What am I good at? What do I lack? And then truly identify, where do I have room for improvement, and go out and seek and get that. Don't allow others to speak about you, and you don't speak about what you believe yourself. Politely stand up for yourself. Don't feel like you have to sit your feelings down or stifle them. Also, be open enough to surround yourself with wise counsel, mentors, people that believe in you even further than you believe in yourself. that will be truthful with you in non-hurtful ways, because we need the truth. You have to have the truth in order to get to the finish line as well. Now, on internal beliefs, as I stated, do that SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. What is stopping me from getting to where I need to be? And then take those issues or those concerns and then work through them. Go through your journals, have a devotional time, and work through, hey, I want to get strong in that area. Let me consult with some of my friends that may be stronger in that area. They may be in your circle already. You just need to align with people that can enhance your own beliefs about yourself. Number 3, procrastination. Come on, we all do it. We all procrastinate to some degree. And as you can see by the stickers there, we have to remind ourselves, do it. So this is a critical factor. You may be confident in some things and have a great belief system, but great thoughts and no action will not get us anywhere. It will not get us to the finish line. You do not want to execute without being prepared, but you cannot continue to delay doing the task to get you towards your desired results. Or you could experience the following things, and these are very critical for you to know. Risk of never starting. If you never get up, you'll never get there. Overcome the fear of starting. Sometimes we have such a great fear of just starting the process. Let me get it into motion. It's great to do the research. Yes, we need to do that. And we'll talk about preparation, but you've got to get up. Not producing quality outcomes because of waiting, which may result in less time to execute it. Maybe you have a certain time frame to get this dream done. Maybe you have a certain time frame to get a project done or something that you're going after. If you continue to stay stalled, then you will delay your amount of time to work on it efficiently to give out the best result. And we want to give our best out here. Now, conducting an effective preparation phase, not overthinking the planning or strategy. Yes, we will prepare. Yes, we will make sure that we have looked at all the risk, but don't overthink that either, because a lot of those things may work themselves out as you go through the process. So like Nike's logo says, just do it. Do it. It's there several times. Get up. Let's do it. Now, preparation, more than materials and research, we need to prepare. Ensure that you are developing a realistic strategy that is measurable and setting aside time to execute the plan. Be intentional by telling others so they can hold you accountable. A lot of times we focus on our preparation of getting all the facts and all the research around it and everything that we need to do. But sometimes it's what we need to do to make reminders for ourselves, or what I need to do to be held accountable to make sure that I get to the finish line. If I don't tell anybody I'm working on my dream, nobody's going to ask me, so how are you going? Well, where are you in the process? What phase are you in? Are you getting there? Are you getting things accomplished? Do you need some help? Do you need some support? Nobody's going to talk to you about it if you don't tell anybody. So you've got to be intentional about sharing it. And some of that is outside of just scheduling things, making sure that you have all the information. It's getting someone to be a mentor, hold you accountable. A great example was the show Being Mary Jane. Gabrielle Union was a newscaster at her TV station, but she woke up every morning with Post-it notes on her bathroom mirror and on her headboard, as you can see in the picture there. It was her way of keeping a reminder to herself and holding herself accountable to get to the finish line. I'm working on a dream. I'm working on something. I've got to get there. So you can do the same thing. It's a great place to stop and develop at least one confidence statement that helps you to remind yourself, hey, I've got to do some Post-its. I've got to get past the initial stage and get ready for these upcoming tasks. I'm going to give you a couple of those confidence statements. I will stand up for myself, even if others disagree. My mistakes are just lessons learned for future success. Come on, never think that your mistakes will stop you. They're to help equip you. So yes, build some confidence statements. Now, distractions will come, as you can see many of them here. We can do a to-do list. We can say no to distractions, but they're going to come, whether it's social media or what have you. So anything that will prevent one from staying on target with your plan, whether it is something fun, such as entertainment, or bad, such as overcommitting yourself, you've got to know, you've got to put a parameter to be proactive about that. Where are my boundaries? If I set time out to work on something, let me keep to that time. If I set time out to do something or approach my goal, let me make sure I have time to work on it and hold others accountable so that they give you that space to do it. Learn what your distractions are and plan for them. Be proactive, intentional. Stay focused and do not try to juggle too many tasks at one time. That's overcommitting. And when we overcommit, we don't give our best. And in this digital age, again, you've got to plan for social media time and keep that to a schedule. When am I going to do it? Have I been on too long? Do I need to turn on Do Not Disturb, D&D? Come on. We have to do that in our lives. I mean, even our personal lives. Kind of, we have to check out at some time and get some rest, take care of ourselves. There's a lot of things that can distract us, but we've got to make sure that we're paying attention to them. So take a moment, outline those distractions, realize what they are, have a plan in place. How do I address them when they come up? That way you're proactive so that you can avoid future interruptions. That's the ultimate goal, is to be prepared so that you can avoid whatever distraction is going to come. You're never going to have a time when no distractions are there. You just got to be proactive about your preparation for them. Now, managing the task as we get from dreams to our destiny. As we have a list of those tasks that we've been talking about, getting through all these steps, and we find out the research and we discover what dream I'm going after and what research I need to have and what are the parameters around me getting there and what do I need to get there, I've got to manage them. The art of managing your approach, the work and progress along the way is commonly known as project management, like we do at any job or project management. But regardless of your task or assignment, whether personal or professional, it is a wise suggestion to treat it as a project that can be monitored, measured, analyzed for successful lessons. And that's lessons learned. We're here to learn. We learn as we go. So there are several project management apps and software programs available that can assist you. And I want to share some of those with you. But there's also 5 steps we're going to talk about as well. Now, part of the roadmap that we were talking about earlier is to have a roadmap for project management, an outline or map of steps towards success that matches with your goals. Have an outline of, hey, these are the tasks that I need to complete. And then you want to measure your progress with them with project deliverables. Whether I'm red, oh, it's an urgent problem that needs a lot of attention, or I'm yellow, a caution, I'm off target, or green, I'm at a successful point with that. I can move on to the next one. You want to be able to measure them. And then communication and budget. Look at what it costs you, your project, or to get your dream going. Make sure that you are developing the right communication plan and identifying who's my targeted audience that I need to talk to get more information, or who's my targeted audience I need to pitch my dream to so they can help me to get there. And then milestones, quality control, compliance, identifying those milestones for accomplishments throughout the project. Hey, do a way to go every now and then. Hit yourself, tap yourself on the back and say, hey, I accomplished that and I'm great and I'm glad that I made it this far. And then measure that success, evaluate and retain for ongoing feedback for improvements so that you can continue to get better as you get to that finish line. And last but not least, as I talk about celebration, completion celebration and final assessment. Pre-plan for completion celebration. Evaluate the entire project for improvement, because I promise you, this is not the only dream you're going to have. You're going to have other dreams. You're going to have other projects. You're going to want to be a CEO. You're going to want to be an entrepreneur. You're going to want to have your own business. You're going to want to have your own program, your own show, whatever that is that you're going after. Evaluate each accomplishment so you can get better every time at executing to get to that destiny. Now, there are several project management apps and software out here. Here are some that I'd like to share with you that maybe you want to jot down and you can pull up and utilize. Now, Wrike is really compatible, such as when we use spreadsheets with Excel, Access, different smart sheets. And then Trello is used for visual aid projects. So if you're working on something visual, or graphics, content creation, you may want to use Trello that interacts with that app and that platform. ClickUp. Customization of the tasks is a great way to make sure that you're itemizing and prioritizing things correctly. FreeCamp, a customizable dashboard, or you can kind of create it yourself and make sure that it works for you, whether it's a small business, whether it's a program or a counseling business, whatever that is, you can critique it and make it work for you. And Asana, if you have a large team or a big team of people, you can use that. It really, really works well for integrating with other platforms at a high level. Now, Yotis is specialized for our IT people, all the great technology for Agile and Scrum teams. And you know who you are that use heavy technology and need to be able to integrate multiple platforms at one time. Now, my favorite here is Paymo. It's used for independent contractors and freelancers, which all of us at some point are utilizing some of our skills to resource and support others with different projects. And if we need something where we can keep everything aligned, focused, Paymo is your way to go. It is really good for individual owners and individual entrepreneurs. So definitely check these out. Great way to get started and manage your success. Now, last but not least, on your project management journey of your roadmap, depending on where you are and with your new project or your dream, here are a few steps that you should attempt to outline initially to get you started. Determine what successful completion really looks like. What is that view? How do you start out? Do you see your end at the beginning? Start outlining the steps of your roadmap. Get them together from the beginning to end. This will assist you in identifying your project deliverables so that you can narrow down the initial milestone goals. You want to see success from the beginning, know how you can outline that and be successful in celebrating that along the way. And to get started with the planning stage. Nevertheless, this does not mean you should neglect the views and the mindset phase. Always take time to do those exercises. Understand where your minds and your views are and make sure that you're ready to conquer it mentally, emotionally, physically, and strategically. All right, now I want to share with you that as you're approaching your dreams, you can win. Here's a song that I prepared for you. I hope that you're blessed by it. Through all the hurts, I'll rise. Through all the pain, I'm gonna rise. Through disappointments, I can rise. And through the shame, God, we're gonna rise. Because you knew me before I knew myself, he wouldn't leave me. He knew that I would need his help. So I'll never let Satan win. I've got the victory. And I know that I win through all the hurt. I'm gonna rise through all the pain. I'm gonna rise, and through disappointments, you better know that I'm gonna rise. And through the shame, I will rise. Mighty glad he knew me. He wouldn't leave me. He knew that I would need his help. No. So I never let Satan win. I've got the victory, and I know that I win. I'm gonna win. I win. Over and over and over again. Knowing in your spirit you can win. Oh, I'm winning with Jesus. Over and over. Let me hear you say I win. Let me hear you say I win. Over and over again. I win. Through hard trials, come what may, he's got us all the way. Do what you will to me. I know that I got the victory. Before I knew myself, he wouldn't leave me. No. He knew that I day by day. Come one day, I know that I win. Oh, I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. It's winning season, you better know you win. Oh, yes. I know I win. Oh, with Jesus over and over again. I win. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope that you were blessed and inspired by the I Win song. It was written for women, especially to let you know that no matter where you are, no matter what you're going after, whatever dream you're trying to reach your destiny, you can definitely win. Thank you so much for this time, and hopefully we can open up for Q&A here. Oops. Trying to get out. There we go.
Wow, wow, wow. That's really wonderful, wonderful music. I really loved it. Thank you so, so much for sharing on this platform. Hope and everyone enjoyed thoroughly. Thank you so much for joining this wonderful presentation and sharing your knowledge with us. So please join our next session speaker. Our next session speaker is Dr. Anne Maria.